you have to be okay with your own skin, and you have to accept who you are.
Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to Anyone Anywhere podcast. So, today I have the great pleasure to have with me Beau Cowan. Let me do a quick intro about Beau. So, Beau, it's a motivational speaker and creator of the brand Dominate the Day. Beau's aim in life is to inspire the world by telling his story in a wheelchair. Beau, how are you tonight, my friend?
Good. How are you?
Really nice, man. Really nice. First of all, thank you for accepting the invitation. And the second one, can you tell me a little bit about your story for the ones that still don't know you, please?
Um, well, I was as you told your audience, I'm in a wheelchair. I have cerebral palsy, which was caused by an accident at birth. I was without partial oxygen for 5 minutes, causing me um, to not develop correctly once I was born. I was diagnosed with 18 months old because I wasn't hitting the developmental milestones that I was supposed to, like sitting up and rolling over, all that kind of stuff. So that's how they knew that something was wrong. So I was diagnosed with cerebral palsy at 18 months old, like I said, and then I've been pretty much wheelchair bound ever since. So it's my reality, and I've had to live with it for since I was 18 months old.
Beautiful. And yeah, it's not easy, but which lesson do you think that you took and that you are taking from living in a wheelchair?
It's hard because it's not it's hard because like there's no lesson. This is my life. This is my life. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have like a lesson of like perseverance or anything. I mean, well, perseverance, but like the struggles that I've had are not new. They're I mean I have new struggles come up, but I've always struggled in my whole entire life with something. Whether it be getting out of whether it be with with school or physical stuff or mental health or something like that. So it's not a lesson that I come with, but I guess if you the lesson that you can come with is like always like 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 always keep trying and do your thing and don't don't quit on yourself or the family member or your family members or anything like that because they love you and they want you to be around for them. You know what I'm saying? So don't quit on your family or your or yourself really, like because you owe it to yourself because you made it here this far and you made it here this far, so you might as well keep going.
Man, love it, love it, love it. I think, man, if we I think it's a big lesson, man, and the way that you interpret that, I think it's just that keep fighting, keep going, keep hustling, keep grinding, as you want to describe. I will totally agree with that. Do you believe in having a purpose in life?
um I think I don't. Well, that's kind of hard to say. I think your purpose is not outwardly. Your purpose should be outward. Is not is more is more inside than outside. It's like some people say like you have a purpose like like with me like I have a purpose to share my story because that's what I feel like I was put on this earth to do. But you don't have to have a purpose and be as open as me with my story, but you have to be able to be okay in your own skin. You know what I'm saying? And be like, you don't have to be like, you don't have to put, like, there's no filter with me. Like everything that you see on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, I mean, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok from me is real, is not put on. And I have to literally, um, thought on myself about what I want to put out there, because the real stuff that I really want to put out there would get me kicked off Instagram and get me kicked off the internet, like the real raw stuff, the real, like the real stuff that I really struggle with. You know what I mean? I mean, like it's not like that I'm faking it, but the stuff that the real stuff that would shock people would kick me off the internet, and I don't really, I don't want to do that. So that's the kind of thing. So my purpose is to tell my story, and and just change people's perspective, because I have, I feel like I have to, I feel like I was put in the situation, and I feel like it's a way for me to deal with my emotions and all the stuff in my head. Like this is gonna sound strange, but um, like telling my story is a way for me to deal with, like, when the, like, I don't know, like when a bottle of when a soup gets hot, right?
Mm.
The soup gets hot in your head, and like, so I call my brain my soup, and if the soup gets too hot, I get too out of whack and too emotional. So telling my story is a way for me to keep the soup in my head cool enough where I can function. So it's a way of a coping mechanism. Like I want to change people's perspective in telling my story, but it's also a coping mechanism for me, because if I didn't tell my story, and I didn't be so outwardly with it, I would go nuts, because it's so hard. It's I've got a lot of stuff on my plate. It's 30,000 things on my plate at all times, and it's like whatever, so I have to find an outlet to do it. So this phone, and my followers, and Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and TikTok are my outlet. What I'm saying? I'm an outlet to put stuff on the internet, and that's it. See you later. What I'm saying? That's it. And like I said, you don't have to be as outwardly as I am with this, but with my story, but you have to be able to be okay in your own skin. And finally, it's been a lot of hard work, and a lot of I don't know how deep you want to go. I can get real deep, but I'm going to go there anyways. You can do whatever you
I
want
want
with it.
to go deep, please. You can go.
Okay, so um, when I was like, for the longest time, I hated being in a wheelchair. I hated, like, I wasn't like high school was to high school, like middle school was tough. Ninth and 10th grade, which I guess is like, I don't know what is over there, like kind of high school, but it's
I,
kind of I don't know if you're on, you get what I'm saying. So ninth and 10th grade were terrible, were kind of terrible, and then, like, I would pray every night, to God, saying, "Oh, please fix me, make me normal, whatever normal is, whatever normal is." And I like to say normal is the only setting, is normal is only a setting on a washing machine. There is no normal. You know what I mean? And then I prayed to God every night that He would make me normal. And then, like 16 years old, I got really, really depressed, and really angry, and I said, and then, I was almost in a really low point, and then I woke, and then I got really low, and then one night I just said, I can't do that anymore. So I woke up, and I have to change. If I'm going to be in this situation my whole life, I have to change my attitude about it, and my thing, and make my biggest weakness into my biggest strength. So that's where I don't. That's where I, that's where I made this change, and it's not like I've stayed there, but like I've, I've had my mental health struggles, and I've had, I will continue to have them, but it's to the point where I recognize now that I don't want to get to that low point again, because if I get to that low point again, I don't think I'll come back. You know what I'm saying? So that's the biggest issue.
I never.
So I can't get that low again.
No, you will not, man. You will not, because you are doing, I think, you are doing your purpose. You are sharing your story. So I think there is no way that you will go low. And you were talking about the acceptation of the wheelchair when you were 16 years old. How it was the process of accepting that is part of you?
Well, I don't know. I don't know how. Let's see. I don't know how to explain it. But because for the longest time, I wanted to be a professional athlete. For the longest time, I wanted to be Michael Jordan. Like I grew up watching Michael Jordan and all those players, and I decided but I didn't see very many people out there in wheelchairs playing in basketball in wheelchairs. So I was like, so that expectation, it was like that really pissed me off. I was really angry at myself. I was really angry. Like, why can't I be in the NBA? Why can't I do this? I want to be in the NBA. I'm the biggest sports fan in the world. I'm the American football. I watch a little soccer here and there. Blah 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 blah. It's just but it's so I kind of got upset, and then I was like, and then I slowly started to realize that I wasn't going to do what I wanted to do, so I had to switch my mind frame, and I got so upset and so in my own head that I had that little I call it the little I call it it wasn't one thing where it automatically I went to bed at 16 years old and woke up like this. It was a gradual and 16 years old was the one but it was just like puberty going on, girls not liking me, blah 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 blah. 16 years old, I couldn't. So that's when it all hit the head, and then I was like, I've got to do something. If I'm gonna be in this situation, I'm gonna have to do it and try to do as much to survive. So literally, I had to make the mindset change, or I would have survived. Literally, like I had because I was so depressed and so down deep in it, and like I was done. Like I had to do something. So I knew from there I had to go on, and it was a battle. It was a real battle for me to do it and keep going and all that stuff. So I still have to, like I said, I still have to win the battle every day, because it's for me to get up to knowing to answer the bell every day, and to know I'm going to struggle to even do the simplest things, and I'm exhausted by the, even before I leave the house sometimes, is the hardest thing for me to do, because because but I know I have to do it. So it's like, so I mean, I complain about it, and I get upset about it, but I realize that that's what I have to do. But it's sometimes it's getting harder and harder for me to answer the bell, but I realize I have to do it. You know what I mean?
Love it, love it, love it. It's about the mindset, like you were saying. Like you were saying, I think it's a lot about what's happened here. How do you describe your mindset?
Well, I don't. It's not really a mindset. It's just you. I don't have a mindset. You just do what you have to do. Like, like, like. People say, "Well, what's your biggest mindset?" And people make this all these courses on mindset. No, it's not about mindset. It's about do. It's about just figuring it out. Bye. Like you figure it out. It's not pretty, but you get the job done. Like I see all these courses on Instagram, and change your mindset in 30 days, change your mindset in 30 days. No, it's simple. Just do it. Like figure it out. Like you know what I mean? Like you have two choices. Either you can sulk about your situation, or you can figure it out. That's it. Like figure it out. Bye. Like I'm sorry to put it that way. But people say, well, what's your biggest mindset? Like, but you have to. I mean, I hate to be such a cut and dry person, but you have to be positive about it, but you have to figure it out. And you have to want to figure it out. Like, and I and I don't, for one, I don't consider myself disabled because I've been in a wheelchair my whole life. So this is my reality. I wasn't born walking. I had an accident and now I'm in a wheelchair. So I don't get it. But it's like I struggle with mindset sometimes. But it's just like you have to just figure it out and figure it out. It's not always pretty. I don't do things in the prettiest way. Like you can throw all the therapy books away, the physical therapy books, and when I go to therapy, they're like, "How do you do this? How do you do that?" And I'm like, "Well, you can just throw the therapy books away because I just do it on my own. I figure it out. You know
Love.
what I mean?"
I love it. I love it. And man, I will describe it as direct and simple. And you are a fighter. I see yourself as a fighter. You fight since you were born, man.
Yeah.
So I see yourself. You were talking also, you were saying about being okay in your own skin. Which advice you will give to me to accept myself?
For one, you have to be. I don't know. You have to be okay with it. You have to be like that marshmallow or that marshmallow or who is that? Not marshmallow. What's his name? Okay to be okay. It's I don't know. No, it's no. I should no. That's a different song. But you have to be okay with your own skin, and you have to accept who you are because you're not going to be happy until you accept who you are. Like I still struggle with that. I still struggle with being in a wheelchair, but it's, because I'm not dating. I'm not. I mean, dating. Wheelchair's been hard. Like, the women don't think I'm part of the dating pool for some reason. I don't know, but it is what it is. But you have to be okay with being okay and with your situation. Like I wouldn't wish my situation on anybody, even my worst enemy. Because it sucks, but I have to accept it because then I can't change it. So like I said, use your biggest weakness and turn it into your biggest strength.
Love
You know
it.
what I mean? You use that and then worry about it later, and then figure it out. You know what I mean? Like
Exactly.
go and do the best. Do the best you can, and always don't worry about anything else. And don't worry about that you can't do this, you can't do that, or you can't. You're not here, you're not there, but you just do the best you can and don't worry about the rest. Like I said.
Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. And when it starts, the passion about sharing your history and becoming a motivational speaker.
When did it start?
Exactly.
Um, so I've always kind of told my story, and I wanted to like told my story, and not a fake basis, like a part time level. But then, like, I got through with school and I got through with college, and I was like, I don't want to go work for somebody. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. So I was like, I need to tell my story, and I need to tell my story, and because people say you always have a story to tell, like tell it, and then I don't know if you met me from meeting Gary Vee, but then I met then I so I DM I Instagram I mean I Twitter DM Twitter. I put on Gary's wall that I've been watching Gary's daily V's for a long time. Someone introduced me to him, blah 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 blah. So I put on Gary's wall on Twitter, or I don't know what you call it, wall or whatever on Twitter, and I go, I will drive my wheelchair from Virginia to New York City, and to look you in the eye and tell you how much you changed my life. And he replies says, I'll pay. And then so he paid for me to go up there to meet him in 2018, and then last year he paid for my lights on my wheelchair. So on the lights on my wheelchair, which is a lot of money, and the 20-minute meeting was probably the best 20 minutes he ever had, and like he said, you have a story to tell, keep telling it, and that's what I've been doing ever since. So like you know how, like, you know, your mom says, "Oh, honey, you know, oh, honey, you're such a special person." Blah 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 blah. Like your mom says, "Oh, you're such a beautiful person. Like you have a story to tell. You know, you need to go tell it." And like, well, but your parents are supposed to tell you that stuff. Okay, your parents are supposed to be like, "Oh, you're the best child ever. You're this and that. You're gonna be president of the United States, kid. You're gonna do the best, whatever." But if you have an outsider saying, somebody that doesn't know you from Adam, saying you have a story to tell, go out and tell it, and that doesn't know you from Adam, doesn't have no expectations of you, no monetary expectations, no nothing. And he said that means that it's not that it carries more weight, but you actually sit up and you take notice of it a little bit more because he has no skin in the game. He has no skin in the game. When he told me that, I about dropped my teeth because I was like, wow. I was like, wow, and he did the best. And he did the best. The best 20 minutes ever. And then I was supposed to go up there again, and in 2019 we couldn't figure it out. And then then the pandemic, and then all that crap. So and then I'm still trying to figure out how I can repay him and what I can do with I just want to work on something with a project with him again because he's really bad. Like I want to be a cross between Gary Vee, Tony Robbins, and Inky Johnson. So like those three people, like, and I don't want to, like, I don't know if I want to be his level of fame, Gary's fame and Tony Robbins and all those people, but I want to be able to. All I want to do, I don't want to be a millionaire. All I want to do is be able to pay my bills by telling my story and have a little bit left over at the end of the month. That's it. And I want to. That's it. That's all I want to do. And I'm getting there. It's been a rough road, but I'm finally getting there because I'm not where I want to be, but I'm finally starting to get some traction on Instagram. I mean on TikTok and Instagram, and I'm getting there. So it makes me feel good. But like I said, I don't want to. I'm not doing it for the fame and the fortune. The fortune. All I want to do is be able to pay my bills and tell my story. That's it. And have a little bit left over, and that's. So I'm just doing my thing. You know what I mean?
Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, bro. And you were saying about, I didn't want to go directly to Gary Vee because like I love him, but you are my guest and I want to talk about you. But you
Yeah.
touch in a point that I'm interested. You were saying about it was the best 20 minutes of my life. Why you say that? Why so is so different in comparison with the others?
Because it was surreal. Because sitting in that office in New York City, sitting in the office in New York City, and him being totally, like, totally enthralled, not enthralled, but totally focused on me. He's the busiest man in the world. Had 13 meetings before he's supposed to see me. Blah 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 blah. It was, and then it was just the 20 minutes. He made me feel the special, and made me feel special. The whole thing, his whole crew made me feel special. He paid for everything. Paid for everything for me to go up there. Paid for all my hotel. So he didn't have to do that. Okay, he didn't have to do anything like that, and he did. So that made me feel really special, and made me treat me like a king. I felt that I didn't feel like I didn't deserve to be there, but I felt like that's just like he is in his videos. It's just like he is in real life. You know what I'm saying? And it's just down to earth, like just down to earth. How you doing? Said hi to me. Said hi to my uncle. Said hi to everybody. So it was just really really cool to see that because I was like I'm in a movie, like literally. Like I felt really really really, really special. And he was a really really he was really really kind and caring and just like he felt like as much time as much stuff he has as much balls he has as in the air as he does. I felt like I was the only thing for 20 minutes, 25 minutes that he cared about in the world. You know what I'm saying?
Love it,
So
man.
so so that so that made me feel special. You know what I mean? Because like he didn't have to do what he didn't have to do what he did, and he doesn't have to do what he did continue to do for me, but he just does it because he cares, and so he gets a bad rap because he's so sometimes so abrasive. But it's like if you peel away that he's a good guy. You know what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
he's a good dude. You know, so like I said, he gets a bad rap, but I will be in Gary's corner for forever because he's done a lot for me. You know,
Love it.
that's just how it is.
Love it, love it, love it, Bo. Because yeah, is real, and sometimes yeah, sometimes it's tough love. Sometimes it's just a way to give love. And you were talking about fame, fortune. That is something that you don't want to you. I want to ask you, what is your definition of success?
Um, Professionally, what I said before, I want to be able to pay my bills, have a little bit left over, and just do what I can just do what I got to do to make ends meet and not struggle so much because I struggle a lot, financially because I mean I get some money, but it's not enough. So I'm trying to because I want to be able to not have to struggle so much financially. Okay, but but now personally I have a different definition of success. Personally, I want to be able to um, marry a get married to a woman that I love and understand that get married to a woman that I love and that she understands me and we can live just kind of a normal life. You know what I'm saying? Like kids, maybe one kid, two kids, three kids. It doesn't matter to me. Like, and that's really what I want to impress on your audience is like being in a wheelchair for me is probably the eighth worst thing in my life right now. You know what I'm saying? Or the fifth worst thing. Like I have normal problems. Like how am I going to pay the rent? Or how am I going to pay this bill? Or how am I going to do this? Or how am I going to so the normal bill the normal stuff that's on is on my mind. Like I want to have I want to date somebody. I want to have kids and all that kind of stuff. So that's so being in a wheelchair is not uh, foremost in my mind all the time. Like it is, but it's not foremost. Like I want to date. I want to have kids. I want to working on my career. I want to do this. I want to do that. So that's the issues that I have. That's the main issues, and the wheelchair is just secondary to that. So that's what it comes down to. I'm a normal person with normal problems, and I'm just it's just I just have an extraordinary situation that sticks out more than say you do, because like the disabilities that are negative or not negative that are um, that are internal you can't see, and I can't hide this. I can't hide my wheelchair. So the first thing you see when you meet me is my wheelchair. And it's kind of shocking people. But I have to continuously work hard enough to tell people that that I have to continually try to improve people wrong that I'm actually kind of not smart I can actually hold a conversation because most people just don't take me or don't understand it until I open my mouth. They think I can't talk or anything until I open my mouth and I start making sense.
A
You know what I
lot.
mean?
A lot of sense. A lot of sense, bro.
Yeah.
A lot, a lot, a lot. No, no, no. You express yourself really well, and I totally, I totally understand you. I totally, and I wanted to talk you a little bit about your brand because you were talking about creating, and let's talk a little bit about dominate the day. First, why the name, And second, why you wanted to create a brand?
Because I did it as a way to motivate myself every day to get up and do what I got to do, and like go out and dominate the day, no matter what. It can be small, it can be big, it can be big, it can be just do the best you can with what you have for that day. It could be like getting out like, you know, if you are been in bed for a couple of weeks, you know, a couple of days, and you can't because you hurt so bad, it could be as simple as getting out of bed and taking a shower, or it could be, you know, winning and like going getting a new job or doing something else. Like, and I'm also like I'm very and this is very not upset. This is very I see this a lot. People don't celebrate their wins a lot. You know what I'm saying? People don't celebrate their wins because they're so scared. They're so scared of what people are going to think of them when they post when they post things like their wins. They're scared of the judgment of other people. Like I don't care. Like I literally don't care what people think of me. And like I mean, well, let's back up. I do care. I do care, but I don't let it get to me because I know that they've got their own issues, or you know they don't, and I don't get too involved in it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I just do what I got to do, and then move on. Like like people don't celebrate their wins enough, and it makes it's like it's too hard. You don't get too many wins in life. It's hard to get wins. So when you get a good win, anything, just celebrate it. Don't go crazy and post 50,000 pictures and 50,000 things, but celebrate it. Put it out in the world so people can help can be happy for you and revel in it for a little while. You know, but don't and then what you'll do is you'll get these little wins, and then the little wins are give you enough confidence to make you go to for the big wins, and then when you get a big win, it'll give you another boost. Like when I met Gary Vee, when I met Gary Vee, that was a big boost. That was a huge boost. I got a big boost, you know, big boost in confidence and big boost in things like I'm doing good. So and keep going, keep at it, blah blah blah. So that was the thing, and then when I got, you know, other stuff like, you know, I got the wheelchair lights, and I got I got, you know, working on some other stuff, and I got some stuff done that, and it was a big boost for me. And like going, like literally going to get this, just like, like it could be as simple as going to get coffee in the morning or going to get whatever. So you have to celebrate your wins because you don't get a lot of them. You know what I mean? You don't get, especially the big ones. So just celebrate them. Don't flaunt it, but just celebrate them. You
Exactly.
know what
No,
I mean?
you are right. You are right. And why do you think that we care so much about other people's opinions, about other people's judgment?
Because in my estimation, you're not you put too much stock in it, and you don't need to. You don't need to put too much stock in people's other people's opinion because you're not. It's not that you're not smart enough. You're smart enough, but you don't want. You're just scared of your you know you're you're not you're not confident enough to stand on your own 2 feet right now. Like 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 I wasn't very confident until you know until I was like 19 or 20, 21, and then I finally just started getting confident and said I'm going to do my thing and be fine. Like there's some times where I let other people's opinions dictate my life or dictate this or dictate that, but I don't. I try not to stay there because it's a slippery slope for me. You know what I mean?
Exactly, exactly. And how do you think that is the best way? And how did you stop caring about other people's opinion? And how do you think that me, because you are talking to me, should just don't give a fuck about other people's opinion?
Well, you have to realize that they have their own you have their own or that their hate for you and their distaste for you is not is masking something that they have, that their downfalls are, that they're not confident in, or and you have to realize that their hate for you is not just towards you. That something else is going on in their head, that's living rent free in their head, that they're just letting it out towards you. And you have to realize that. And once you realize that, you should be you should be you should be way more confident. But that's a very hard skill to learn, because because you're not you're not until you're mentally grown, or not mentally until you're mentally confident enough to put that into perspective. You're not going to get it. It's gonna bother you. But do your best to get there as fast as you can, because you'll be a lot happier. You know what I mean?
I know it. I know, but it's like you said it. I think it's a skill that it's not that easy to maybe not to understand, but to apply. You
Yeah.
understand me?
Yeah.
Because and I think that also in man, in social media, it's and Gary, it's something that he said, man, you should share your life, not just share. I think, of course, like you were saying, share your victories, it's part of it, but also share the not that the bad days, let's call it by the name. I think
Yeah.
like being real.
Yeah. Like I share my bad days. I share my bad days. I mean, I share my good days. I share my bad days. And especially, I don't know, like this pandemic stuff going on. I don't know how bad it is over where you are, but it's continuing for 11 months, and they're like, and it's like, come on, like I'm done. I'm like, people say, well, are you scared to get the coronavirus? Are you scared to do this? Are you scared to do that? I said that because you're higher risk. Should you be in the house all day long? I said, well, let's understand this. Let's understand this. And this is gonna sound strange, okay? But I always say, don't let the fear of getting hit by a car keep you from going across the street. So like, and do I want to get hit by a car when I go across the street? I don't. Okay, but I'm not gonna let that fear from the fear of getting hit by a car want me to go across the street. Like literally, I drive my wheelchair 3 miles round trip to go get coffee every day, or go get 3 miles round trip, or I go to my favorite restaurant to go get something to eat, or I go to different stores around here to get what I have to do, because this wheelchair is my transportation. Okay, so people are always like, "Are you scared to get hit by a car?" I said, "Yes, but I'm not going to let it keep me from being in the house, or keep me from leaving the house, because if I'm in the house, if it rains for a day, I crawl up the walls, literally, like literally. So that's the same thing. Like, well, I mean, are you scared to get the coronavirus? Are you scared to get COVID? Blah blah blah. I said, of course I'm scared, but I'm not going to let it stop me. I'll take my precautions. I'll wear my mask. I'll stay at 6 feet apart. I'll get the vaccine when I'm ready to get the vaccine, when they're ready for me to get the vaccine. But it's like, dude, just don't live in fear. Don't live in fear, because if you live in fear, you're gonna your life's gonna suck. I mean, how more plain do I have to get? Like literally, like I understand people that they want to be set up right. You set up, they want to be careful and all this stuff. And it's like, when I hear people that I'm not judging anybody for wanting to be in the come and stay in the house all the time or whatever, but I'm not one of those people. Like I will literally not survive because I do not shut up. Like if I don't leave the house for a couple of days or a day, I'll go crazy. Like literally, like I will go crazy. Like when it snows here, sometimes it snows here. And when it snowed here one time, I was in the house for a week because the snow wouldn't melt. So I went nuts. Like I physically and and mentally went nuts. So I was just like I was just over it. So I'm gonna do anything I can to get out of the house on a daily basis because I'm done. I cannot, like I said, I can't stay in the house. It is what it is. At least I know it now.
And I love it. I love it the way that you approach. You respect the car or you respect COVID, but it's not something that will stop you for going to your coffee or going to your restaurant or just man taking some fresh air that everyone's need. Which and you are talking also in the pandemic, and I like to ask to my guests, what are some of the lessons that you are taking from this situation?
Like I said before, like you said, respect it, but don't be scared of it. And that's the issue. Like people are so scared. Like I haven't been out of my house. I haven't been going to many restaurants. I haven't been going to this. I haven't been going to that. I'm like, and I'm not judging you for doing that. Please don't think I'm just telling you that you're dumb for staying in the house and not going to many restaurants, all that stuff. Do what you have to do to feel safe. But I'm not going to live in fear because if you live in fear, your life's gonna be terrible. Like respect the laws. Do what you have to do. Wear your mask. Don't go out. Don't go sit don't go sit in a crowded place and all this stuff and all this stuff. And that kind of thing. But just just live your life. Like I almost died when I was born. So think a little virus. Not a little virus. I shouldn't say that because it kills a lot of people. You think a lot of. So I'm not scared. Like I'm literally gonna just live my life and do what I gotta do, and I'm gonna just keep doing me. That's all you can do.
Love it, bro. Love it, and I agree with you because and after it comes to each person, how do you feel secure, and if you feel secure or not going out. But I totally agree with you. If you feel like you want to go out, it's not because of the fear that will stop you. I think it's that is pure inspiration for me at least. For me, it's pure inspiration. I want also to ask about some daily habits, routines that you have. Do you read?
Um, Well, I have like somebody come in the morning and help me get ready and stuff like that, so I can go get dressed faster and get because it would take me forever to get dressed. If I did it on my own, there's still certain things I can't put on, like my shoes I can never put on by myself. The socks are a pain in the butt, so I don't I can get them on, but it's just hard, and I would be even more exhausted than I am when I leave the house with help. So I have people come help me in the morning, and they get me get dressed, and I take a shower and all that crap. So and I can do everything, you know. But once I get in my wheelchair, I'm pretty much self sufficient.
Hmm.
But getting in my wheelchair is the hardest part. And so then she'll come in and help me to get my pills, take my pills. I mean, she'll give them to me, and then I go in and brush my teeth, and she'll put the toothpaste on the toothbrush. I'll brush my teeth, and then I'll get when I'll take a shower when I want to. She'll help me get in the shower, and then she'll help me shave, and then I get in my wheelchair, and then I get dressed, and I go about my day. And it's but once I get in the wheelchair, I'm pretty much self sufficient. But it's the thing, and in the morning time, if I I don't and at nighttime, like she'll come probably like she'll come back about 5 or 6, you know, 5:36, and feed me and make sure I'm good to go. Give me my night pills and give me a drink. Make sure everything I need done, and then she does a lot of stuff for me around the house, like my laundry stuff too. But like literally, I'll eat something, and then I don't I don't get most of my stuff that my ideas come at night. So my brain doesn't come on, doesn't turn on until like 9 o'clock at night. So like, but then I'm up till like 2 or 3 in the morning doing stuff. Like I'm very like, if I have an idea, I have to strike in the moment and get it done, because if I sleep on it, I feel like the idea might change. So literally, sometimes I'll be laying down, getting ready to go to bed. I have everything ready to go. I got all my, everything, all my blankets set up. I'm good to go. Getting ready to lay down, and I'll have an idea in my head, and I have to get up and write it down. I have to get up and write it down and flesh it out and get it out. Because if I don't, I'm screwed. And I feel like it would change. Sometimes I'll get an idea like 11 o'clock at night, and then I'll stay up till 3 or 4 in the morning writing it, and then or working on it. So it is what it is. That's just how my brain works.
No.
You know.
We have morning people and night people, and you are a night person. You work better at night. Yeah, for me it's the mornings.
Yeah. Well, your mornings are my midnight, so we can work. We can work together. We can work together.
Love it, bro. Yes, we can,
Yeah.
bro.
So what are you, 6 hours ahead of me?
Yes, here it's 10:30.
Yeah. So yeah, you're 6 hours ahead of me. So your morning. So you're 12. So my 12 o'clock at night is your 6 in the morning. So we can work together, and we can work together in the morning.
I love your idea, bro. I love it. Love it, love it, love it,
Yeah.
love it, love
Yeah.
it, love it, love it. Man, yes, and it will be a pleasure. If you need something that it's in my hands, it will be a pleasure to work with you, Bo.
Yeah. So
Really.
that's what you have. So if I need your help, we'll work it out.
Yeah, 6 a.m. And I wake up at 6 a.m. So it's precisely the time that I'm waking up. You can DM me and we will be.
My brain doesn't start working until 9 or 10 o'clock at night, which is kind of terrible on my sleep schedule, because then I end up having to get up at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, and I only get probably 5 or 6 hours of sleep. But as it is, but that's what coffee's for.
I love you, bro.
Yeah.
I really love you. And tell me a little bit. I like also to ask to my guests. What is the legacy that you want to leave behind?
Um, that why are you trying to be so hard, man? Why are you trying to be so hard?
I go deep, bro. I go deep.
No,
For me, I go deep. I don't like superficial conversation.
and this, I want I want those questions. All right. The legacy I want to leave behind is just that I never stopped doing what I had to do what I want to do. You know what I mean? Like I said, my life is not pretty, but I do what I have to do what I want to do. Like I don't have to like I don't have to go out and do what I do. I don't, but I want to, so because I don't want to stay in the house all day, and I don't want to be scared to go live my life. And so I do what I have to do what I want to do. That's it. And you can love me, you can hate me, you can take it with a grain of salt. But I'm not about to be scared. Just not gonna do it.
I'm seeing you, bro.
Yeah, I mean, and like right now, I need to go get another cup of coffee, but it's raining, and I'm mad that it's raining because I got so much work to do tonight. I want to get another cup of coffee, and I'm mad that I can't go because it's raining. And so I'm gonna just do what I have to do. But I'm obviously not gonna go out there, because electric wheelchairs and water don't mix. But it's just it is what it is.
And I love your humor. I love your humor. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
and people, and people. So let me get the exact number. I got this wheelchair in August of last year. August of 2020. No, no, yeah, August of 2020.
Okay.
I got this wheelchair in August, so it's been about a year and some months, right? So I've driven this wheelchair since I've gotten it 2,871 miles. So you do the math for
Kilometers.
kilometers.
I have to do it.
Okay.
Yes, but it's a lot. Let me do it quickly. But it's a lot.
So and they're like they're like I've used up 4 sets of tires, 4 sets of tires on all my on no 3 sets of tires since I got this wheelchair, and and uh, and 2 batteries. And they're like, well, why do you have to why are you going so much? And why do you need the battery so much? Why do you need the tire so much? And I said, because I don't sit still. Like I literally don't sit still. So I drive 3 miles round trip to go get coffee. Sometimes 6 miles. Sometimes 6 miles a day. So or sometimes 7 miles a day. So I don't want to stop me from doing what I want to do. Like this is my car. For as much as it costs, it should be my car. This wheelchair costs $45,000. So this wheelchair, I mean, $45,000. I mean, it stands me up. So that's why the stand up feature was $15,000 alone. But like, what price do you put on your freedom? Like literally, like
Beautiful.
you know,
Continue.
you know what I mean? Like I don't know how you get around where you're from, but you have a car, or what price do you put on your freedom? Like see, you can go buy a cheap car and get cheap for European standards, and get by, okay? But you can't. I can't. So that's why it's so expensive, because what price do you put on your freedom? You know what I mean? It is what it is. So that's why you have to pay. That's why you have to pay for it and move on. Because I would bet you would pay. I bet you would pay a lot more money for your freedom than you think you would. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So this is my car. This is my freedom. So that's why they know that they can charge whatever they want. They can't charge $100,000 because no one would pay it. But it's just it is what it is.
I understand. They can charge you a lot because they know that the person needs the wheelchair. Yes, I understand you, man.
And a good thing. And this wheelchair was invented originally in Sweden.
Really?
Yeah.
European.
And then it was brought. And then it was they were brought over here by. It was brought over here to a made to an American company.
Beautiful, bro. But yeah. It's such a great question that you made. Like, how much it's the cost of your freedom? I think that everybody should put. I'm putting yourself like in your shoes, and I totally agree with you. Like I will give all the money that I have just to be free, man. Just to be free. I totally agree with you. Totally agree with you.
Yeah.
No. And
So it is what it is. I mean, I gotta do what I gotta do, and and just go from there.
Love it. And it's, man, you are a fighter. I see you as a fighter, man. Really.
So did you do the kilometer? Did you do the kilometer?
Yes.
Breakdown.
Yes, it's almost 700 kilometers. So it is a lot in 1 year. In 1 year.
A year and a half.
Okay, 1 year and even. It's a lot. A lot. And I love you, man. I love you the way that, man, I think that nobody can stop you. The energy and the force that you have, nobody can stop you. You will dominate every day, man. Like,
Yeah.
fucking strong person.
Yeah. I mean, people say, you're so strong, but like I said, I know no different. So it's not really me being strong. It's just me.
Hmm.
It's just me. And people say, well, I can never do that. I can never do the stuff you have to deal with. And I'm like, yes, you could because you have no choice. You have no choice. Like I have no choice. I mean, I do have a choice. I shouldn't say I don't have a choice, but I do have a choice. But it's the issue. It's an issue. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm. It's not an option. It's not
It's
an
not an
option.
option. You just gotta do it.
Exactly, man. And man, and sometimes like you are making me feel like at the same time that my problems really and I think that everybody should be grateful first, and you are feeling like my problems are so small, man. Like fuck, and the way that you fight your life,
No, no, wait. Back up.
please.
Your problems are valid. I'm not invalidating your problems. I don't want to do that. But I'm putting your problems into perspective. That's your problem. That's your problems are your problems, and I'm not going to get involved in those. But that's the issue. Like I'm putting your. That's what I want to do. I want to put your problems in perspective. And that's you know if your biggest problem is you didn't have your cappuccino that day. No, I'm dead serious. Okay, if your problem is that you didn't have your cappuccino that day, or you didn't be able to watch that soccer match on TV, or you were caught in traffic, that coming home, that's a pretty damn good day. So that's the issue. So I'm trying to put I'm trying to put your problems into perspective. It is what it is. What I mean. And I'm not trying to invalidate your problems. I'm not trying. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be like, what's your problem? Why are you so upset? No, your problems are valid and real. I'm not doing that. But I'm trying to like I said, put your problems into perspective.
Exactly.
It is what it is.
Exactly. No, but I think you are right. It's not. It's sometimes like in in Portugal we used to say that sometimes we make a storm in a little glass, you know,
Yeah.
and sometimes they're, man, just like I see like, okay, I have problems like everybody else, but come on, man, it's just like, man, I can handle. It's true. Now that I can handle, like I can. It's just the way that you are making me think. Like you are putting my. You are not trying. You are putting my problems in another perspective. You know, like
Yeah.
I,
It is what it is, and it is what it is, and see, you're mature enough to think that. You're mature enough to think that because when you're 12, 13 years old, and your boyfriend breaks up with you, and your girlfriend breaks up with you, you're like, Mom and Dad, my life is over. I'm done. So upset. I'm never gonna be able to survive. It's like, and then your mom says, "Oh, sweetheart, you'll be okay." And then as you get older, you start to realize that. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I have a pimple on my face. I can't deal with that. My life's over. You know what I mean? It's like, no, your life's not over. You'll be okay. And you're mature enough but now you're mature enough to realize that when you're 13, 14 years old, 12, 13, 14 years old, you think your life's over.
it's true. It's true. Do you think that everything it's a perspective?
No, it's not. Well, it's a perspective. What do you mean perspective? Like I have my perspective, you have your perspective, and I get it, and I try to understand other people's perspective, but there's certain things that I'll be able to. I'm the type of person that will listen to you and be your friend, no matter what. If even if I think you're batshit crazy, like I will be your friend no matter what. Like, but I'll listen to your opinion and I'll go from there. But I will not like I can think you would you're whatever political field you're on, you can the opposite opposite political beliefs as I am, or you can be have certain beliefs that I don't have. But I will be your friend as long as you treat me well, as long as you treat me well with respect and dignity, and don't mess with my mama, my money, or my food. I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So there you go. Like I'm that type of person. It is what it is.
Love it, man. I love it. Love it. Love it, bro. Love it. Love it. Love it. You may. It's true, man. And sometimes, yeah, I think we overcomplicate it. Don't you think?
Yeah, I mean you overcomplicate it, and nobody, and especially nowadays, no, it's all about if I don't agree with you, I'm gonna go make a big stink about it and cancel you. Like I'm gonna make a big stink about it and cancel you. Like like people are like Bo, why don't you go run for office? Why don't you go run for be the mayor of the city or be run for president or be getting involved in politics? I think you do a good job. You know why I don't want to get involved in politics? Because because like and run for be out and open about it. And like put my name out there to run. People have been begging me to run for politics and change things and stuff like that. But because I don't want to be like, oh, he forgot to tip some guy 10% 20 years ago, and he's a bad person because of it. You know what I mean? Or he forgot to, he forgot to turn in his library book, or and he's a bad person because they'll come up and dig through your past and stuff like that. It's like nobody has time for that. Like nobody has time for that. So I'm just gonna live my life, and I'll go vote every 4 years. I'll go vote every 2 years, and then vote every 4 years for president. But I'm not about to put my life under a microscope like that. I'm not gonna do it because I don't have time. I don't have time, and I'm just gonna go live my life. There's certain things I want to change. I'll be an advocate. Be a advocate. I'll be to tell my story. And there's a lot of things I want to change, but I'm not gonna put myself out there to that extent anymore, because because that's what I'm worried about. Like, who wants to be a politician now when they go back in your in your past and pull up stuff that you were 18, 19 years old and immature, and you post something that you're immature about that might hurt you, and then they cancel you. Like I'm pretty sure you made some. That's why I'm so happy that the stuff that I did at 18, 19, and 20 years old is there's no, it's all gone. It's all gone because it's not on this. It's not on this. Like everything 18, 19 year old, 20-year old person can do right now, okay, is on this phone, and people can save it. And if they're in the public eye, guess what? They pull this up and then be like 18, 19 months old. He kissed a girl that was in a relationship, and all of a sudden he's canceled. I mean, he's done. Just because he made one mistake. Like like I like the bad things that people do is like the really bad crimes I get that can be forgiven. I get that. But like literally, if you're canceled because you kissed the wrong girl, or because you have a relationship, or you can or you forgot to tip somebody, or or
You
so
were drunk.
you were drunk. Like I get that. Like if you did something egregious, like attack the girl or whatever, that's unexcusable. But don't. But if you kiss the girl, it just doesn't. I don't get it. I don't get it. So that's why the mistakes that I made. I'm so glad that I didn't get that. All this stuff was not on. It's not like I did something bad, but it's all this stuff's not on my cell phone anymore. Not on my cell phone, because I didn't have this when I was 18, 19 years old. And you know what I mean?
Mhm. No, no, it's true. It's true. It's man, it's part of the coin, you know, with social media and with the phones and everything. Part of that, it's good. We can like I can talk with you now, you know, and like maybe 20 years ago, it will be impossible to talk with you
Yeah,
in having this conversation. But but it's that like you were saying, man. If you did the wrong move,
yeah. And social media for me gets a bad rap. Social media for me gets a bad rap because like I've met people. I mean, I met you. I met people from Australia. I met people from Hong Kong, from China, from Japan, from all this stuff, and and it's just amazing because like let's just say this. As much as I want to go to Italy and I want to go to Germany, I want to go travel over Europe. There's a 70% chance I will never be able to go over there because of the travel, because it's a pain, because I have to travel to New York and then fly 8 hours over here, and then from 8 or 9 hours to London or Heathrow or whatever. So this, and I look, and I have my friend on FaceTime or whatever from Twitter, not from Twitter or whatever. They can show me what they have to say. Like I've literally seen the Great Barrier Reef underwater. I've seen the Eiffel Tower. I've seen the Great Wall of China. I've seen all these places that I will probably never ever see in person. But because I was on the phone with different video streams and different things, I've seen it. You know what I mean? So this is the issue, not issue. This is it's the phone
the
gets a bad rap.
solution.
Social media gets a bad rap because the only thing that gets a bad rap is the only thing that you get to see in the news is the bad stuff. You never see the good stuff.
Hmm.
You never see the good stuff about social media. Like you never see it because it doesn't sell newspapers and it doesn't sell airtime. You know what I mean? It
Yes, yes,
doesn't.
I know.
It doesn't. And it's so the news is so some news stations are so sensationalized. It's very polarizing. Okay, but polarizing because they play to the poles. They don't play to the middle. Because I guarantee you, if you play it to the middle, you won't sell enough papers or not papers. Who have ever read the paper anymore? But like physical paper. But if so that's why you have to be very polarizing to sell papers or to sell advertising. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
The good news doesn't sell. That's what it comes down to.
Right,
It
love
doesn't
it, bro.
sell.
Bro, love it. I want to ask you. I'm in Berlin. Do you want to that man? I want to do after a FaceTime with you. If you want to see some part in Berlin, man, it will be a pleasure to show you. I don't know if
Yeah,
you saw it already.
yeah. I want to go on the autobahn. That's what I want to do.
Autobahn. Okay,
No,
okay.
I know. I want to drive my wheelchair on the autobahn. That's what I really want to do. But
I,
it's not fast enough.
okay, okay. Let me.
That's not fast enough. I want to drive the auto. I want to drive the autobahn in my wheelchair, but it's not
Gee,
fast enough.
I love it, bro. Love
It,
it.
it only
Love.
goes 15 miles an hour. It only goes 7 miles an hour.
Yeah, but it's okay.
So I'd get killed. I'd get killed if I went on the autobahn in my wheelchair. Not
And
doing it.
and and let's go a little bit. You were talking, and it's true, man. Like with politician and not just politicians, like going a little bit backwards, like why we are so quick judging others, man. Why we are so quick making an opinion, forming an opinion about the others and pointing the fingers.
Part of it's because of the 24-hour news cycle. I
Can
don't
you?
know if you have the 24-hour news cycle in Germany.
No,
Do you know what that is?
no, I don't know.
So it used to be you have news at like 6 p.m.,
Hmm?
11 p.m. So you have the nightly news at 6 p.m. You have the local news at 6 p.m., the national news at 6:30, and then you have the local news at 11. Okay. So, but now with the 24-hour news cycle, with the internet getting more popular and popular, they have to constantly find stuff to put on the internet and the news stations. So they come up with everything, and they don't, and people don't read. They only see the headlines. They don't read what's because like the headline is sexy. The headline's sexy, and they get like, oh, they do this, and they don't read the fine print and the actual story. Now some of it is slanted, and that's why you have to do your own research. But it just I don't understand that that will how that works. But you've got to do your own research, and you can't be lazy.
True, bro. True, true, true. I wanted now to ask you about some projects that you have for the future that you want to share with me and the listeners. Maybe some speech, maybe about the brand, please.
I've got some. I've got a couple of videos coming out that are gonna be pretty good. I've got, I'm working on I'm working on a book as we speak. If I can ever sit down and if I can ever sit down and get the motivation to read it and write it, because I have to get in a deep a deep
State?
mindset, and it's hard for me to get there. I'm doing my thing though, so I'm gonna get there. But it's very very hard for me to sit down and get in that deep of position, or not position, deep of
Mindset.
mindset. The mindset that I need to do that feels authentic to me, because I can write a cheery and happy book, but it's not. It's gonna be cheery and happy, but it's not cheery and happy yet. It's really delving into my mindset of when I was 16 years old, and all that stuff. So that's where I am. So I have to just figure it out, or I might have to hire somebody to interview me and put it all together and make it sound good. But I'll just figure that out. But I that's on the horizon. That's coming. But and then I have a couple other things, but I'm good. I'm really good.
Love it, bro. And do you want to advise me some books or some podcasts to see and listen, to read and listen? Sorry.
Um, this is gonna sound strange, but I don't. The David Goggins book is pretty good.
Okay.
The David Goggins book is pretty good. Um, only thing, that see, you're mature enough to understand this, and some people that that aren't as old as I'm not saying you're old, but aren't as I'm just you've lived a lot of life. Your best experience, your best book is your life experience. You know what I mean? And as cliche as that sounds, it's true. And I don't really read a lot, and I don't really do that because I just don't. I listen to audiobooks and stuff sometimes, but it's not. I'm like, and I get people's perspectives, and I read, but listen to audiobooks, but I don't like. It's not that I spend a majority of my time doing that, because I would much rather put my experience on my phone and out to the world than listen to somebody else's experience. As much as that, and I hate to be like that, because I want to be on podcasts, and well, what kind of stuff do you want to do? What kind of blah blah blah? But you gotta do your thing. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that if you get most information from reading other people's mindsets and stuff like that, that's fine. But like you have to see where it fits in for you. If you get what I mean.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm just done. Let me turn on the light. Hold on.
Okay. We have time.
Let me turn on the light. So you can actually see me.
Much better.
Okay, that's better.
Much better.
Yeah, that's better. Okay.
Much better.
So, yeah, sorry. I figured I might turn on the light. but that's the issue. You know what I mean?
You prefer to write your book than read others people's book, and let's like an experience. You prefer to live your life than living through other people's experience.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it, love it, love it.
I'm doing what I do.
No, no, man. And you are doing, for me, at my point of view, the right thing. Like,
Yeah,
you are sharing your story. You are, for me, you are helping me also. Like, you are an
yeah,
inspiration, man. I want to, like, I feel empowered now, like just
yeah,
by our conversation. I want
yeah.
also to ask you, what is the best way for the people if they want to contact you for.
You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. It's BCow82, BCOW82.
Exactly, exactly. And also in YouTube, you also have a YouTube channel that I was seeing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm daily vlogging I'm putting a YouTube video out every day this year.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Nice.
I'm daily vlogging. And it's just gonna be me putting my phone up here and doing this. I'm doing this. I'm not doing anything sexy. I'm just putting out my thoughts and putting it out there.
Love it, bro.
I'm not editing them. I'm not doing anything.
Love it, bro. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. What is for you a tip to make the world a better place?
Just be nice. Be nice and try to understand people. And don't like I understand the people try to understand people. The difference. Like I said, everything is so polarizing. Everything is so polarizing, and blah 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 blah. And that's what it comes down to. But you can't be polarizing as much as you are, because if we, I mean, not you, but I should say
Mhm.
you, as much as we as the people are, because like and they're gonna be, I understand that you're not gonna 100% agree with everything I say, because if that was the case, life would be boring. But I'm not about to sit here and tell you to keep to not do what you need to do. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm. Yes, for sure.
So it is what it is, and you'll go from there.
Love it, bro. Love it. Love it. No, I will not agree with 100%, but I will agree with 99. Really.
Yeah.
No. In the lot, like we share a lot of the same way of thinking. Bo, after 1 hour and a half, do you want to give me less thoughts, less advice to me and to the listeners and viewers, please?
Just do the best you can with what you have, and don't worry about the rest. That's what it comes down to. Just do that, and don't worry about where it is. As long as you can go to bed happy, you're good. You know what I mean? And don't be, as long as you move the needle that day, or try to move the needle that day forward in what you're doing, it's good. But there's 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 days you can't move the needle. But don't let those days you can't move the needle stack up.
Love it,
You know
bro.
what I mean?
Yes.
And that's what it comes down to.
Amen, bro. Such.
Do the best you can with what you have, and don't go, and don't worry about anything else.
Bro. You are a big inspiration, bro. Really, 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 really.
Well, I mean, I'm living my life. You know what I'm saying? It's fine. Let me finish with this. And it's not like I wake up in the morning and say, if I don't inspire 12 people today, I'm gonna be mad at myself. I, and I get that. I get that I'm inspiration. I get that I'm inspiration. But it's like I'm living my life, and if you find inspiration about that, then that's fine. But I'm gonna keep putting content out and keep doing what I have to do. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, who did I inspire today? Who did I inspire today? No, I'm gonna do me, and if you like me, then you're gonna be fine. But it's not like I'm gonna be upset if I don't inspire 12 people today or 13 people today, or tomorrow I'm gonna be inspiring two more people. No, like I'm gonna do me. So I'm just gonna live my life, put my life out there, and if you like me, you like me. Hate me, you hate me. It's fine. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
And as weird as that sounds, not weird, not crass, but like I'm just gonna do me. If you like me, you like me. If you don't, then it's fine. But I'm gonna keep doing me.
Right, bro. And this thing, man, and it's the best way. Like, keep it real. Like the fake will not last. My
No, it
opinion.
won't. It won't.
I will totally agree with you, Bo. Thank you so much, man, for this 1 hour and a half. It was a great pleasure to have you in the show. And let's keep talking, bro. Let's keep talking.
Okay, we will. Thanks for the opportunity.
Man, thank you so much. You guys, don't forget to go to Bo's Instagram and give him some love. I just like so just love. Just love. The rest will come.
Yeah.
Great life for everyone.